po ang bawat isa sa amin. Anuman ang bahagi na nagagampanan, naway maging maayos at matagumpay ang pagtuturo at pag-aaral na aming gagawin sa araw na ito. Patawarin mo po kami sa aming mga pagkulang at pagkakasala. At sa aming paggawa, ikaw po ang aming makasama. Amen.
Great day, learners! This is Mom Rocks, your TLE teacher, your Nanay Rocks. I am here to guide you in your learning journey. Be sure to have your self-learning module ready. How are you today? I hope you're feeling great, just like me. All right, let's get it started. Do you still recall our previous lesson? You may write your answer in the comment box. Let us see if you are correct. Excellent! Last week we discussed check farm tools for faults and defects in accordance with farm procedures, wherein we identify the risks in operating heavy machinery and equipment. And there are two types of defective farm equipment, such as manufacturing and design defects. There are safety precautions when we encounter hazard and risks. Those are pinch point. The most injured body parts are fingers. Second, rough points. These can catch on clothing and limbs. Third, shear points. Common injuries include crushing of tissue, laceration, broken bones, contusion, and amputations. Number 4, pre-wheeling points. Never touch a pre-wheeling part while it is moving, even if it is moving very slowly. Last, hydraulic lifts and hoses. Leaky hydraulic hoses can emit toxic fluids that can burn your eyes and skin. Now, there are ways to determine the defective and non-defective tools and equipment. And those are, number 1, visual inspection. Second, functionality. Third, performance. Defective farm equipment injuries may also cause broken bones, crushing injuries, burns, electrocution, spinal cord, and traumatic brain injuries. Last, amputation injuries. There are farm procedures before using farm equipment. First, ensure you're well rested. Second, always thoroughly read the manual of each piece of equipment. Third, avoid taking alcohol. Fourth, maintain awareness. Fifth, adjust equipment accordingly. Number 6, keep children and animals away from working areas. And last, of course, dress appropriately. As I mentioned, our lesson for quarter 3 is the wonder of nature, which give us life and livelihood. Now, let us move to our new topic. Our learning competency, the use of farm tools and equipment. So our learning objectives are to identify the appropriate farm tools, equipment according to job requirements. Second, follow manufacturer's instruction to ensure safety while working. And last, appreciate the importance of knowing the use of manufacturer's instruction. Let's find out what to discover in our lesson by answering what I know or direction. Write true if the statement is correct and false if it is incorrect. Write your answer in the comment box. You may have or you have only 5 seconds to answer every question. Are you ready? I can hear you. Great. I can see that you are so very excited. Let's go. Number 1. Inspect your tools on a regular basis. It is a true or false. Your time starts now.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Oops, time is up. If your answer is true, you are correct. Number 2. Leave your tools unattended after use. True or false? Your time starts now.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Time is up. If your answer is false, then you're right. Number 3. Check the tools for defects before using them. True or false? Your time starts now.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Oops, your time is up. If your answer is true, very good. You got it right. Number 4. Everyone can operate tractors even without training. It is true or false. Your time starts now.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Oops, your time is up. If your answer is false, that was so great. Last number 5. It is important to follow all manufacturers' guidelines for operations. True or false? Your time starts now.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
All right, if your answer is true, perfect. That was so amazing. Great job. So, what are we waiting for? Let us start the lesson 2. Use appropriate farm tools and equipment safety according to job requirement and manufacturer's instruction. Now, let's look at the picture and find out what their job is through their attire. What do you think? Write your answer in the comment box. Ready? Let's go! Number 1, they are wearing a hat, just like me, for protection from the heat of the sun and rain. Second, comfortable clothing for their planting activities. Third, they are wearing safety shoes so that they do not get dirty and hit by hand tools they use. What a brilliant answer! They are farmers. Remember, they perform one of the most important roles in our society. They help us a lot to provide our basic needs, which is food. We should honor and be proud of them for their efforts and hard working. We benefit from their bountiful harvest. Let's get it on. The safety of an individual is the most important thing to consider in every situation. Following instruction of every farm tools and equipment can be of help. Almost agricultural operation involves hand tools, tractors with implements, or some other form of moving equipment. Safety use of these tools and equipment is of prime importance. Most injuries can be prevented by simply following proper procedures and manufacturer's guidelines. Safety measures in using farm tools according to job requirements. Hand tools are common, even though they are less severe than power tools injuries. It is because people take farm tools for granted and they forget to follow simple safety instruction or precaution. And these are
safety measures in using farm tools according to job requirements. Use the right tool for the right task. Maintain edged tools sharpened. Replace or repair a defective tool. Store tools in a safe place. Regularly inspect tools to make sure they are in good shape and fit for use. Be aware of the people around you and make sure they stay clear of the tools you are using.
there are farm fields equipment safety checklists, and those are first, follow all manufacturers' guidelines for operation and maintenance. Employees should operate tractors only after receiving proper training. Make sure trainings cover operators' manual when available and is communicated in a language the operator will understand. Second, inspect the tractor for any unsafe condition before operating. Next, all repairs and adjustments to the implements shall be made with the tractor and powered up. Next, of course, dress appropriately and untie shoelace, blowing long hair and stray threads from an old shirt have led to horrendous injuries when operating the farm equipment. Dressing appropriately can mean reducing risk of such injuries. Next, of course, you need to survey the working area and mark up any hard to see or hidden hazard. Next, never allow all riders on implements that are not designed for such use. And lastly, always Keep your slow-moving lamp or S and B clean, visible, and properly mounted. Always bear in our mind to choose and use farm tools and equipment that we know to avoid mistakes, and do not forget to wear PPE or personal protective equipment for our protection from any harm. As elders said, it is better to be disgraced than, or it is better to be careful than to be disgraced. Let us watch a video on how simple, proper maintenance of farm tools. Little knowledge, did you know that agriculture in the Philippines is one of the essential industry in the country? It consists of forestry, crop production, livestock, farming, and aquaculture cultivation. Growing crops for food consumption and fiber have been a lifelong activity in the Philippines. And there is 5.6 million farms or holdings and one covering 7.19 million hectares from consensus of agriculture last December 10, 2020. Whoa! Now, to test our knowledge with our lesson, let us answer what's in to measure what we have learned today. For the direction, supply the appropriate word or words and the blank to complete this statement. You may write your answer in the comment box. Again, you only have 5 seconds to answer every question. So, what are we waiting for? Let's get it on. Number 1. Store tools in a blank place. It is letter A, design. Letter B, hazard. Letter C, safe. Or letter D, task. Your time starts now. Time is up. If your answer for number 1 is letter C, Zape, you are correct. Number 2, replace or repair blank tools. It is letter A, defective. Letter B, implement. Letter C, sharpened. Letter D, unsafe. Your time starts now. Oops, your time is up. If your answer for number 2 is defective, letter A, then you're right. Number 3, maintain edge tools blank. It is letter A, clean. Letter B, defective. Letter C, safe. Letter D, sharpen. Your time starts now. Oops, time is up. If your answer for number 3 is letter D, sharpen, you are good. Number 4, use the right tool for the right blank. It is A, design. B, implement. C, maintenance. D, task. Your time starts now. Oops, your time is up. If your answer for number 4 is letter D, task, very good. Number 5, inspect the tractor for any blank conditions before operating. It is A, instruction. B, maintenance. C, task. Or letter D, unsafe. Your time starts now. Time is up. If your answer for number 5 is letter D, unsafe, that was so great. Number 6, dressing appropriately can mean reducing risk of such blank. It is letter A, implement. Letter B, injuries. Letter C, instruction. Or letter D, task. Your time starts now. Oops, time is up. If your answer is letter B, injuries. Answer number 7. Follow all manufacturers' guidelines for operation and blank. It is letter A, hazard. B, instruction. Letter C, maintenance. Letter D, repairs. Your time starts now. Oh, time is up. If your answer for number 7 is letter C, maintenance, perfect. Number 8, survey the working area and mark up any hard to see or hidden blank. It is letter A, hazard. Letter B, injuries. Letter C, manual. Or letter D, task. Your time starts now. Time's up. If your answer is letter A, hazard. That's awesome. Number 9, never allow riders on implements that are not blank for such use. It is letter A, design, letter B, maintenance, letter C, replace, or letter D, save. Your time starts now. Oops, time's up. If your answer for number 9 is letter A, design, you're the best. Last, number 10. All repairs and adjustment to the blank shall be made with tractor and power dog. It is letter A, equipment, or letter B, implement, letter C, tools, letter D, workspace. Your time starts now. Time is up. If your answer for number 10 is letter B, implement, excelente. I am truly amazed for a job well done. You did it. Congratulations. In this lesson, we may relate to hard work and science to provide what soil and crops need to flourish. In English subject, reading manufacturer's instruction will reduce human error, provide us technical information that can help us from a risk assessment to develop suitable controls and wear PPE or personal protective equipment to protect us against the hazards associated to a machine or equipment. For your assignment, answer the following. The given scenario and assessment on page 11. Then send to your subject teachers. Because once again, this is Mom Rocks, your Nanay Rocks, saying like a forger. Our hearts and minds must be shaped and trained so that we already learn can be used in the right way with the help and guidance of our Lord. Because whatever is the situation, education must go on. Thank you and God bless. I hope to see you again. Bye-bye.